Hello! Today we're going to look at the origami symbolism in Blade Runner. I love the movie Blade Runner, but a part of why I love it is because I really like the stories of Philip K. Dick, who is a science fiction writer, and he wrote the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And this is the book that this movie is very loosely based on. There were a lot of things that are not in the movie that were in the book, which were really important to the book story, and then the movie made up a number of things. This whole origami thread is completely made up. It's not anywhere in the original book line. The book talks about Russia being a main part of the global culture, and I don't think even mentions Japan. Ridley Scott, who made the movie, was much more convinced that it would be Japan who became part of the global culture. So he incorporated a whole lot of aspects of Japanese culture, including the three mentions of origami in here. So we're going to take a look at how he incorporated origami, which is, again, additional to the story. It wasn't part of the base story. So our main character here is a Blade Runner. He kills off robots that get loose.
He say you Blade Runner.
Tell him I'm eating.
Captain Brian Toga. Enio Mayo.
Brian, huh?
So that character there was a cop, and even the cops are speaking Japanese, a mix of Japanese and English. That cop is very important because he is the one who is leaving the origami clues. And in this scene, he picks up a little piece of loose wrapping paper and then he folds the chicken out of it. You could say this is because he feels that Decker is a chicken for not immediately pursuing the robots, but also we could say that the robots have a birth date, a creation date, we'll say. And in general, the creation date of the robots that we know about are the 2016 Year of the Monkey and 2017 Year of the Rooster. So it could also be a reference to this character thinking that Deckard is a replicant, that he is a robot, which is a key part of the whole storyline. Is he a robot going out and killing off other robots, or is he an actual human being? In the original storyline, there is also that wondering going on. Is the main character a robot, killing off other robots without empathy? He ends up caring for his sheep, and can robots care for other creatures, or are they just mimicking it? And Philip K. Dick has this in a whole bunch of his stories, this notion of what is real empathy, what is fake, can robots have feelings, and all of that sort of stuff. So it is something that is built into the storyline and something that's very intriguing to think about. So I think that part of that is what the original chicken entry is about in this story.
Strange obsession. After all, they are emotionally inexperienced with only a few years in which to store up the experiences which you and I take for granted. If we gift them with the past, we create a cushion or pillow for their emotions, and consequently we can control them better.
Memories. You're talking about memories.
So we are hearing from the corporation that they've embedded memories and dreams into their robots, so the robots seem more real and more human-like. And this was a part of the original book storyline too, whether the robots are wholly mechanical constructs or whether they can develop empathy and feelings based on those emotions. And part of what this second creature, it's not really origami because it's made out of a matchstick, but this creature is showing a human, and it's trying to portray that humans have emotions and feelings and drives and urges which robots don't. And this again is a big part of what both the movie is talking about and what the book is talking about. Are robots able to feel empathy? Are they able to feel passion and drive and so on?
You remember the spider that lived in a bush outside your window? Orange body, green legs. Watched her build a web all summer. Then one day there's a big egg in it.
The egg hatched.
The egg hatched,
And?
and 100 baby spiders came out.
So Rachel is starting to grapple with all of this. If her memories are fake and if her dreams are fake, can she still have real emotions based on it? Can she still have real hopes and dreams and wants and desires and all those other kinds of things? She certainly thinks that she can because she is thinking and she feels like she's feeling, and she has to figure out if this could be a real situation that she's in.
And they ate her.
Implants. Those aren't your memories. They're somebody else's. They're Tyrell's nieces.
So this all is a key part of the original book. In the original book, they have a religious system, and it involves people using mechanical devices in order to all merge together and share empathy with each other. If one person's having a bad day, the other people can all get together and help them feel like they're having a better day by sending positive emotions. But at the same time in the book, people have emotion boxes where they can just dial in an emotion and force themselves to feel it. Like if you want to feel happy, you dial 319 and suddenly you're happy. So they have the same dichotomy with humans, about the humans having empathy but can force emotions on themselves. Alright, this sequence was not in the original version, which made the original version fairly confusing. This is a dream sequence where Decker is dreaming about a unicorn. And of course, only he knows about this dream because it's in his head, and he doesn't tell anyone else about his unicorn dream.
It's too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?
Then at the end of the film, when Decker goes to rescue Rachel and they're going to run off together, he finds a unicorn origami that's clearly left by the cop. And in the later two versions of the film, you know what the unicorn symbolizes because it has to do with Decker's dream. And it shows that the cop knows about his dreams, which pretty much implicates that Decker is a replicant and that his dreams are known to other people. In the original version of the film, he picks up the unicorn, but since you never knew that he was having unicorn dreams, you had no idea what the unicorn symbolized other than maybe a sense that the cop wanted him to go off and live a happy life. So this is the original version of the movie, the one that came out in theaters. And when the dream sequence is supposed to happen, he's playing on the piano and then he just looks at the pictures and goes on. So there is nothing at all about the unicorn sequence. There's just maybe a sense that pictures in his own life are fake pictures and he never really had his own memories to build on. And then at the end of the original release, you have the scene of the two of them happily driving off into the wilderness, living an escaped happy life. And that Hollywood style ending is completely missing from both the director's cut version and the final version. It leaves it much more ambiguous that the two of them are trying to leave their apartment, but are they actually going to make it, because undoubtedly there's other Blade Runners out there trying to catch them. So those are the three origami references. Again, they were not in the original version of the book at all. These are completely added by Ridley Scott. He had a strong obsession with Japanese culture, and that's part of why he put them in. The chicken could represent Decker's being only born recently. The matchstick man has to do with him being a real person versus a fake android. And then the unicorn has to do with people knowing his dream and therefore him probably being a replicant. So let me know if you have any questions. I love this movie series and I love the Philip K. Dick books.